Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Today we will present about phishing attacks. But first, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Nurul Adlina. I am the first presenter.
And my name is Wan Adriana Batrisya. I am the second presenter.
According to the Web Threat Report, nearly 1.5 million new phishing sites are created each month. The data shows that today's phishing attacks keep increasing and difficult for users to avoid. Hackers are using email, social media, phone calls, and any form of communication they can to steal valuable data. This attack method is known as phishing. And to illustrate this, as you can see, this is the GIF of how phishing works. Phishing attacks are one of the most common security challenges that we, as web users, always have to face. So, since you will likely be exposed to a phishing attack eventually, you will need to know how to overcome these challenges. It's important for you to understand what you can do to protect yourself. So, in today's presentation, we will focus on ways to prevent phishing attacks. We are computer and communication systems engineering students. So we are going to share the information about phishing today since we study it and we would like to pursue this line of work. First, I will explain on alerting users about the phishing attacks, and then Adriana will present about strengthening cybersecurity using technical methods. Let's get started by talking about the first main point. We can prevent phishing attacks by alerting users. This is because when users are aware of the possible security threats, the probability of falling victim to an intrusion attempt will significantly decrease. So users should increase their security awareness by learning about phishing through security education. Security education is important for users to learn how to protect themselves when dealing with cyber-related technology. For instance, government agencies can conduct an education campaign by providing web-based tests, like a simulated training session. Therefore, in the test, users will be able to immediately recognize the attack so that they can avoid phishing later in the future. As you can see here, this is an example of a phishing test against the user to know if they are ready to handle such attacks. For that reason, I'm sure that educating users is what's going to reduce the success of phishing attacks as they get more aware of cyber crimes. In addition, we can also alert users by encouraging them to file intrusion reports to the authority. Generally, the lack of reports being made is also one of the reasons why the risk of phishing is not widely recognized. In fact, reporting is important because actually government agencies will use those reports to track scam patterns. They may even take legal action against a company or individual based on the reports. For example, they can use cyber laws like Computer Crimes Act, Communication and Multimedia Act, and other national laws to track these criminals. Therefore, users should consider filing a report to the law enforcement agencies as they will investigate further. Remember, if you are a victim of phishing scams, others in your community will be too. So the sooner you report it, the sooner you can help protect your community against these criminals. So now I will pass on the presentation to Adriana, who will take you through the next point.
Thank you, Adlina. I will continue to our second main point. Next, we can prevent phishing attacks by strengthening cybersecurity using technical methods. Installing or downloading anti-phishing tools on the computer gives more protection for users while using the internet. The anti-phishing tools will identify phishing sites or fraudulent websites by redirecting a user to a warning site. As we can see from the slide, this warning site offers choices for users to ignore the message or leave the site. Therefore, it makes the users to choose wisely and aware of the attacks. Besides, using spam filters to block phishing emails can strengthen our cybersecurity. These filters work by analyzing words or pattern of a message to classify phishing or legitimate emails. For example, if the email contains words or content which will trigger the filters, it will block and prevent the email from entering the user's inbox. As a result, it prevents the user from clicking on malicious or threat links in the email that can leak personal information. In conclusion, it proves that we can prevent phishing attacks by taking precautions, such as alerting the users about phishing attacks and strengthening cybersecurity using technical methods. Hence, I urge all of you to take more precautions in preventing phishing attacks, since it is harmful and can cause financial fraud and can leak the personal information. Don McPherson, an American football quarterback, mentioned that prevention is not waiting for bad things to happen. It's preventing something from happening in the first place. That brings me to the end of the presentation. That's all from us, and thank you for your attention.